And just like that, we live. Yo, check it. I was gonna wait till the morning and edit some stuff, but I went in the mood to doing that. So I'm gonna do this raw. I'm gonna do this fresh. Fresh after loss, man. You know your boy frustrated, so I had to come over here get on the live and get on this YouTube, man, and start watching some footage, man. A lot of talk has been going on. First and foremost, from about Malik Beasley. I know that a lot of that has died out since he's moved to the bench and he's kind of been done in the whole offense. But a lot of the talk is now shifted over to D'Lo right now, and I wanted to address both of those because unfortunately, what's going on with both of those players stem from the same thing, and unfortunately, is Darvin Ham. I know everybody like, hey, you in the Western Final, blah blah, whatever. Coaching is coaching, man, and bad coaching is bad coaching. I know we still staying alive, but we're living solely on our defense, just like with Frank Vogel, where the offense is still struggling, especially the closeout game in crucial moments. We still not running no action, no pick and roll action to get AD going. We still relying on stupid three ball, as you saw tonight. So I want to address this real quick, but I'm gonna start first. I didn't edit nothing. I didn't feel like it. I'm going to go straight into Malik Beasley so you can understand what is the deal with Malik Beasley. Here, a lot of people say he just forgot how to shoot. That ain't possible. It don't happen. He's not being used correctly in the offense. Let me break it down like this. Hold on. Let me cue it up first. Let me cue me up first. All right. This is who did this video, by the way? I forget. I'll shout him out in the what you call. Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley is one of the most dynamic and unique shooting guards we have in this league. He has a gravity on the floor similar to Steph Curry. I don't care if anybody says blast me, whatever, it is what it is. Watch the highlights. This dude literally commands a double team almost every time he shoots. He pulls so much gravity on the floor, it allows LeBron to have open driving lanes and AD to attack the basket whether he's making shots or not. The issue with Malik Beasley is his particular type of shooting is very aggressive, where he's coming off of screens and pin downs, similar to Jamal Murray, Kyle Korver, Klay Thompson, right? So in order for him to do that, he needs to play next to a playmaker that knows how to hit him in his spots. There's only two playmakers on this team that's capable of doing that. That is D'Angelo Russell and LeBron James. The issue with Malik Beasley is, soon as he was in the lineup after the trade, everyone was talking about we had the best shooter in the league, and LeBron finally has his knockdown shooter. Our offense was clicking on all cylinders like nothing we've seen. Soon as we got to clicking, D'Lo twisted his ankle. Then LeBron went down for a significant period of time. When those guys are down, who's the first one to be impacted by that? Malik Beasley. And that's what happened to him. His numbers nosedive, and he was removed from the starting lineup, and our offense has never clicked the same since that happened. Now, when he's on the bench, he's no longer being used in the same action. He's not coming across pin downs. He's not coming across strings. He's just standing in the corner watching Dennis Schroeder, who we all know is not a playmaker. So instead of fans recognizing what's going on in the offense for Malik Beasley, we just call him trash. And now we're about to mess around and you lose one of the most dynamic shooters in this league because we don't have a coach or a fan base that has the IQ to recognize what's going on with him as a player. So, without further ado,
Malik Beasley showed why he is the X factor for the Lakers. Tonight he had 25 points with 7 3-pointers. Not only is he a great catch-and-shoot shooter with a quick release, but he's great while moving, so you can run him off screens, off balling. You saw that tonight. Plus, he's a high-volume three-point shooter, which is key, which makes that defense respect him because they know every time they give him too much space, he's firing with no regard for human life. He's a huge, huge, huge weapon to have next to LeBron and AD, especially when he's on fire like tonight. This right here is my favorite play of the night involving Malik Beasley because it shows the threat and fear that Malik Beasley puts into the defense because of his unconscious shooting ability. And when he's hot, defenses will act silly. For example, running him off a screen, 2 screens, first from AD and then LeBron. It's the third quarter, and he had 4 3-pointers in the first half. So both defenders go after Beasley, taking away the 3-pointer.
Look at that gravity. This man has to literally be double teamed to not even get a shot off. So whether he's making his shot or not, his gravity on the floor is that of Steph Curry's, where you have to literally be in this man's grill to keep him from shooting, which leaves LeBron wide open, which leaves D'Lo open on the weak side, who is not in at the plate at this moment.
But they are leaving LeBron James wide open. And now pause. LeBron James catches with a huge advantage as the defense rotates. LeBron put in this situation, 99% of the time, it's ending up bad for the defense. He pauses and settles for 3, but it's crazy what a hot, high-volume 3-point shooter can do for his stars when they got it going on. Once again, they run him off a screen where he's a threat to shoot, but he reads the defense. He makes the right read. He dives to the middle. Draymond is too worried about the lob to AD. No contest. The floater is good.
Again, this is a dynamic to the offense that most teams don't have, except, of course, the Golden States, Miami Heat, with my man who just got injured. I'm losing his name off the top of my head. You know what I'm talking about. But a lot of teams don't have this type of a weapon. Now, something Gilbert Arenas said in one of the podcasts, and when he was addressing Frank Vogel's coaching as far as putting Avery Bradley on somebody. When you put somebody that's just a defender on Steph Curry, that means Steph Curry gets to rest on defense and just bend over at the knee and not do anything. You don't do that. You put a player he has to guard. Steph Curry can't guard Malik Beasley around those screens. Neither can Klay Thompson. Those guys are driven crazy trying to keep up with Malik Beasley. That is your defense. That's how you tire those shooters out to where they're not knocking down these shots and killing us. You have them chase Malik Beasley around.
Also in transition, he's lethal because most times the Lakers will have more guys running the floor than the defense, and he will be left open. LeBron running the floor here and drawing the defense to collapse on him while Malik Beasley flared to the corner gets him open. And of course, his job is to make you pay when you care about the stars more than him. And that's what he does right there. Once again, in the fast break situation, LeBron initiating the fast break this time, and Malik knows what to do. Get to the corner and spot up. Insane wild closeout from DiVincenzo because he's scared of Malik shooting. One dribble, take my time. It's good. Movement shooting is one of the best traits to have because it's hard to find. Not a lot of shooters like to move around and shoot. It kind of affects their percentages, but it doesn't matter to him. He's still shooting at least around the same percentage as he would be standing still. The contest doesn't matter. It's good. Now, we all know and love his shooting ability, but he's also capable off the dribble when he's feeling himself. And right here, he has the mismatch on the big men. So the Lakers spread the floor, call the ISO. It's ISO time. Through the legs, you reach, I accelerate past you, and he floats in the floater for 2. Gotcha. This season, Malik Beasley is averaging 8.6 3-pointers a game, shooting at 36%. And simply put, before the trade, the Lakers did not have a high-volume shooter like him who could swing a ball game. And tonight showed you his value and exactly why the Lakers wanted him in the deal. So let me know your thoughts below. Have yourself a great day if you enjoy.
All right, cool. So with that said, we didn't got past that. We didn't got past Malik Beasley. Bam, let me cue up the next one. I didn't feel like editing, wasn't in the mood, wasn't gonna do it. So just bear with me. All right, cool. Let me cue that up. Okay. Now, back to Malik Beasley. Again, he's one of the most dynamic shooters in this league, dynamic scorers. Him just simply on the floor changes the entire dynamic of your offense. And defensively, the shooting guards we're having a problem with can't deal with him, which tires them out and makes it to where their shots aren't falling the way you see Jamal Murray just making all these crazy shots left and right. He can't keep up with Malik Beasley, and it's a great battle to have. Now, that's what's going on with Malik Beasley. He didn't forget how to shoot. He didn't all of a sudden get nervous in the bright lights. He was moved to the bench. Now, if he's on the bench, coming off the bench in spot minutes where he can't get in the rhythm and he's playing next to D'Lo, he's going to be trash every single night. It don't matter. He's going to be done. If he's not in a starting lineup with the two playmakers who he's reliant upon getting them and getting hit in his spots, coming across the pins and screens, plus LeBron commanding a double team and AD commanding a double team, if he's not in a starting lineup with them, he's going to be garbage on the bench however you cut it. He ain't going to get into a rhythm. He ain't going to have one of them 6, 7, 8 3-point nights. It's not going to happen. So because Darvin Ham don't recognize how to utilize that dude and who to put him next to and not to have him next to Schroeder, that's why we about to lose a very dynamic shooter on our lineup. Now, let's get over to D'Lo. D'Lo, once again, is another dynamic scorer and point guard. And as you heard him, he kind of snapped a little bit when they asked him about being a point guard a few weeks ago. He said, "No, I'm a basketball player." Basically, letting it be known that I'm not playing my position. I'm just out here doing the screen set and standing in the corner. Why is this? Because Darvin Ham ain't utilizing him correctly. Now let's get into this. I want to bring up these highlights. When we first got the squad put together with the right lineup used correctly, before D'Lo hurt his ankle.
Here's James and finds Russell.
I just want to show you this offense, man. Watch the floor spacing, watch the action.
Time by Beasley getting the deflection. And here's James on the pull-up.
Also, watch what happens when you have D'Lo in the middle of the floor commanding the offense, which is what he's supposed to be doing. See, when you have him out there next to Schroeder, that cancels him out. Now he's standing in the corner watching another point guard command the offense. That is stupid. You don't put Schroeder next to D'Lo, your ball handler. But coach wouldn't understand that because it's the same dude that would have Schroeder, Patrick Beverly, and Russell Westbrook playing at the same time, wondering why they're all canceling each other out and none of the guards are succeeding. Man, I'm telling you, it's driving me crazy, man. Well, like, we shouldn't be having this conversation at this point. No, I ain't a coach, so I don't want to hear nothing about ain't no coach. But what I do have is a high IQ for basketball, and I use what's called common sense. Common sense is you don't put the 2 point guards together that cancel each other out. You need your star player in D'Lo to have a rock so he can command the offense and utilize his incredible passing skills to get the other players going.
And it's good.
It's unbelievable what he's doing at this stage.
And the minutes, too, he's averaging about 36
minutes. Look at this pick and roll, man. Come on. The game is simple, man. You run AD and pick and roll all the time, and he'll score all the time, man. The game ain't hard. That's what you need to run every single time in the fourth quarter when you need buckets. We don't need 7 3-point attempts from Bron and AD, man. Who really allows that to happen, man? 7 3-point attempts from Bron and AD in the fourth quarter. I don't ever need to see that in an entirety of a game, let alone the fourth quarter.
So an inspired opening minute here for the Lakers. The assist for LeBron.
Against those teams is irrelevant
look
because
at the
this is not
pieces
the
moving
Lakers
the right way, man.
that face those teams. So they're a much better team.
Another
much
pick and roll.
prepared to win games.
It's more of this makes it 10-2. It's more about the tiebreakers than it is really. Got caught in the air, gets it back out to Russell.
Come on, D'Lo. Round the finger. Let D'Lo cook.
Russell in the
Lob to AD. The game is simple. The game is simple. That's how D'Lo get busy. That's how D'Lo get busy when you're not taking the ball out of his hands, using him as an off guard. Give him the rock and let him cook.
Damage in pick and roll situations. He also can create his own offense. So at this stage in LeBron James' career, and even earlier, he benefited from having a.
Now D'Lo's in a rhythm, and when D'Lo's in a rhythm, he's one of the best players in the game, man. Now he'll hit you for one of them 6, 7 3-point nights when he's in a rhythm. He can't get in a rhythm when you're playing other point guards next to him.
A guy that can go hit his on his own.
Also coming over at the trade deadline.
You got Malik Beasley.
Here's another lock
who is also good as a playmaker.
points, and it's 17-4. Was an all-star his first year in New Orleans back in 2020. Coming over in the Anthony Davis trade.
Give me that. We're going this way.
He's a two-way player, and even though he's struggling offensively
That
at
boy
times,
Ingram, man. I don't care. Ingram.
McCollum drives into traffic. 3 defenders on him. Kicks it out. The 3 off the mark. Long rebound. Schroeder quickly ahead to James, who drives and gets it to roll home.
elite defenders right now. Absolutely disruptive defensively. What the damage that they can do.
They were number 2 in steals in the NBA before the addition of Richardson.
Let me ask you something. When's the last time you seen 2 of those plays back-to-back from D'Lo? You haven't, have you? You've seen him standing at the top in the corners watching Schroeder, who's been running more point than him. Come on, man.
D'Angelo Russell with that sweet stroke.
I got it. I just can't remember it.
That's pretty good, though. Here's Anthony Davis working, spinning, and
go to work.
With 11 points,
go to
5
work.
of 6 shooting now.
You're the Lakers after dominating first quarter.
Davis, long 2 is good. He's missed just 1.
Now, again, if you're running pick and roll for AD heavy, now his jumper starts to fall. Once he done got about 10, 11 points in the first quarter, he's going for 40. That's always the case with AD. Once he gets going and is in a rhythm from the first quarter, he's dropping 40. Why do I know that sitting in my living room, but his head coach don't? You tell me.
Shot, he's 6 for 7 from the floor. Lost it, and Valanciunas there to scoop it up. LeBron James back after missing 3 games with an ankle injury. What a play by Davis, blocking the dunk attempt by Murphy after the no-look pass from McCollum. D'Angelo Russell, the
Come on, D'Lo. That's how D'Lo get busy when he's running point.
Great career after basketball also.
McCollum turns it over, 3-on-1 chance in transition, gets the layup.
When the last time you've seen us in heavy transition back to back? We have the most dynamic team in the league, man. We're not being used right. I don't care if we in the first round, second. We're getting by games solely on defense, just like we were with Frank Vogel. This is the same crap that had a logic that had Frank Vogel not playing Malik Monk for stretches. Talking about, well, the analytics show that defensively who cares? Malik gives you 40. You need him on the floor, man. Look, man.
And Russell have something going. 6 assists now.
Remember, this the game that Bron, Russ, and AD all combined for 7, which they should be doing
I'll
already.
take good offense over good defense any day of the week.
What's that, Coach Mark Jackson? I'll take good offense over good defense any day of the week.
Anthony Davis pretty
I wish everybody
good offense. Now 7 of 10 from the floor.
Our game shouldn't be won 100% on defense, man, because if we slip on any night, it's going to be an L. It shouldn't be that way when we have the most dynamic roster and the most dynamic offense and the most dynamic pieces on the team, man. We should be blowing these teams out on a regular basis. Man to man on piece of paper, can't nobody touch this roster, man, when they're used correctly. Look at D'Lo.
Davis collects and finishes in the lane for the first time. Good hands by Brown, getting the deflection and the steal. Lobs it ahead to Davis, to the corner. Beasley, little rhythm bounce.
They're like, no, I got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And Davis with a good block out. Ahead to Russell.
Nope.
Penetrates through the lane.
Come on, man. We should be in transition all the time against these teams, man. They can't see us.
Here comes Russell again. He'll pull up, let it fly.
Come on, man. That's Russell when he's in rhythm. That's Russell when he's in rhythm and he's feeling himself. You need him as confident as possible on that floor. He can't do that playing next to another point guard. Man.
New Orleans as the Laker lead is back to 12. Lakers against the Warriors. Here's James attacking the rim and getting another.
As a coach, it's your job to know what makes your players tick, especially AD and D'Lo, man. Bron gonna be Bron all day. He don't need no motivation. He don't need none of that. You need AD and D'Lo clicking at all times. If they're in pick and roll, if AD is the first one to touch the rock and get the first few shots to start the game, you got 40 and 12, 40 and 15, 40 and 18 coming from AD. You got to get him going. The second the jump ball happens, and you give the ball to D'Lo because he'll make that happen.
Very aggressive tonight, going to the basket, 16 points. Ingram's got 23, 15 since intermission. James gets the pass, gets fouled, and count the basket. 3-point opportunity. LeBron James with his 37th consecutive.
This also makes the game so much easier for Bron. When D'Lo is getting active now, Bron can just slash to the rim, gobble up buckets, gobble up layups, give you a cool little 25 and 8, and be sitting on the bench in the fourth quarter. Man.
All year, but especially
it's too much talent. It's too much talent on this roster to not be blowing teams out regularly. And LeBron and AD should be sitting on the bench almost every fourth quarter. With the talent we have on this roster, it's hard to do that when the coach keeps playing 3 guards, man, letting us get killed in the paint and killed on offensive glass. Come on, man.
During this 11-game win streak. Davis offensive rebound, got the putback and a foul. 21 points for Davis and a chance at a 3-point play.
To me, listening to that wire, that's outstanding coaching. And conversely, if I'm Darvin Ham, my discussion with my team, if we finish off as they get a transition hoop to Anthony Davis off the turnover.
When he's going to return, if he's going to return in the regular season. They were able to get into the playoffs last year with basically this group. Same foot that's been bothering him throughout the year and cost him 21 games. Missed 42 games last year, 36 in 2021. Had a great night tonight, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, a couple blocks. Here's James.
Again, let me get back. Again, I bring this game up, man, because that's one of the few games where offensively we was clicking on all cylinders. All the pieces were where they were supposed to be, and we was just hitting them dudes, man. The 3-ball, we was bombing threes from D'Lo and Malik Beasley. That's a guard tandem that other teams can't guard. That's something that coaches don't think about. Well, defensive end, can they guard us is the question. We so concerned about Avery Bradley and all these so-called defenders on this. Can they guard us is the question. And when you have the right pieces in place, man, the answer is always no. They can't see us, man. We should be blowing these teams out, man. We shouldn't be having to rely solely on our defense to win every single night, man. Because as you see tonight, if we slip and then we come back on the other end, we jacking up threes, we're not going to win these games, man. The fourth quarter execution got to step up, man. Darvin Ham got to get this together, man. And it ain't just for it ain't just for tonight. This has been going on all year. We've been winning way too many games in spite of this dude's coaching, man. And it's getting annoying, man. We especially we got a phenomenal roster, top to bottom, man. Like we're as fans calling for last place bench dudes to get minutes. You know what I mean? That's how dope of a roster we have. And now we have a fan base dragging D'Lo like he trash and he ain't got it no more. He's scared of the bright lights when really the dude's standing in the corner watching another point guard run the show. Come on, man. Come on, man. And now we have a dynamic shooter like Malik Beasley who easily was on his way to having one of them 10 3-pointer games before he was pulled from the lineup because the playmakers were injured. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know, man. I shouldn't be knowing this in my living room, but the coaching staff don't, man. You got to put the right pieces together. It ain't just about playing the best person. It's about putting the combination. It's about the gumbo, man. Putting the combination that fits best together. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. A lot of this stuff frustrates me, man. I just want to get back. I just want to get back to good basketball, man. I want to get back to good ball. We should be dominating on the nightly. I know people like, y'all in the Western Conference Final. Yeah, but we still been yelling at the top of our lungs to this TV during the wins, man. Because some of the stuff that this man does on the floor just don't make no sense. Some of this stuff don't make no sense that this man be doing with these 3 guards, man. Stop it. We got Rui. How you put Vando in the starting lineup to shut down Murray, which he does successfully and gives us a double-digit lead. But then you go small and we lose the double-digit lead. But then you don't have Vando in the fourth quarter to guard Murray when he going off. Like, some of this stuff is stupid, man. Come on, man. Somebody need to call this out. Somebody need to call this out. This stuff is stupid. I said it. I don't care how nobody feel. Hold on. Let me lubricate because I'm upset. Somebody need to call this out, man. Somebody need to call this out. You ain't great. Shut all that up, man. We ball over here, man. We ball. We need to ball the right way, man. We got players that's now rotting on the bench because the coach ain't using them correctly, man. And now we about to lose them probably in free agency or some trade or whatever, and go and watch them on another team. Like, man, see, he was scared of LA. Now he over there dropping 8 threes a night. No, man, the coach didn't know what to do with him. Come on, man. It just happens way too often here, man. I'm tired of losing valuable pieces. I'm tired of seeing valuable pieces not used right because the coach don't know what he's doing. And now people literally calling for D'Lo to be traded. People calling for D'Lo to be traded, man. Because this man can't get the rock and operate and have shooters around him like he's supposed to. He's sitting there next to a point guard. He's sitting there next to a point guard who's not even a playmaker. So he's just standing in the corner watching him. And we calling him trash now. Come on, man. We got to have a higher level IQ from the fan base, man. We got to be able to watch the game and see, why is D'Lo standing in the corner with Schroeder running the show? Schroeder ain't no point guard like that. D'Lo is. We not calling for this man to be gone. Come on, man. We can't be this foolish. We can't be this foolish. We already traded up Malik Beasley. And what he dealing with ain't even his fault. He got pulled from the lineup because his playmakers were gone. The playmakers that are responsible for hitting him coming around the screens and his sweet spots. That's D'Lo's specialty. With him injured, Malik Beasley can't get off. And now he's trash. Now, come on, man. I can't do this, man. Anyway, man, thank y'all for letting me vent. You know, I'm going through it, man. I gotta get my green juice in, man. These L's. It ain't the L's. It's how we lose. And it's when the coach keep doing the same dumbness game after game that's costing you games. I'm tired of a coaching doing things that's costing you games. If anybody's costing you games, it should be the players, not the decision maker, man. You know, like, that type of stuff gets me. And it triggers me because we've been dealing with this for I don't know how long, going back to Phil Jackson. That's the last time we had a commander that was an incredible decision maker, man. I mean, this goes back to then, man. We remember when they hired D'Antoni? We just had a championship team with Paul Gasol and Andrew Bynum winning the title. They swapped out Bynum for Dwight. We had the same big team, the same championship team. Instead of bringing Phil Jackson back, they hired Mike D'Antoni, man. And this dude came here with a big roster, Twin Towers, trying to run that 7 seconds or less offense, and had Paul Gasol talking about, what you doing? Ain't no three-point shoot. Y'all remember that when Paul Gasol was pissed off because D'Antoni had him standing in the corner shooting three? That's when all of this started. That's when everything from the coaching decisions started. And we got a man right here running 3-guard lineups, man, with a team full of size and athleticism at every position, man. Stop this. Come on, man. Let me stop, man, because I'm end up going all night. Anyway, with all that said, Lakers in 6. I'll give you that. Lakers in 6. That could be stubborn. You can call it what it is. I feel like LeBron, even with a hurt foot, as you've seen him before, he didn't snatch the clipboard from Ham before, and I think he come on, man, this Bron we talking about. I can cuss LeBron out for them threes tonight, but this Bron we talking about. Bron gonna get it done. That's all I gotta say. Lakers in 6. Do I believe in the coach? No. I said and I stand on it. No. But LeBron in 6. That's what I do say. So thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for letting me vent, man. Hope y'all got something out of this, man. Stop trying to call for these players' heads, man, when they simply ain't being used correctly, man. Come on, man. This is coaching. Coaching is the reason why this, man. Let me shut up, man. Lakers in 6 because Bron says so. That's all I got to say about it. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Subscribe, do whatever you got to do, man. I got to vent. I got to get my green juice in, man. I'm out.